Charmaine Newkirk, the technical specialist for ColiClenz Plus Pellets. I've been working with the product for 8 years and have a deep understanding of how it works in your horse's digestive tract. I'm going to be asking the question, what's in that horse of yours? We're going to look at some of the different types of colic and how and why horses develop ulcers. We're also going to be taking a look at feed efficiency and how ColiClenz Plus can cut your feed bill. I'm going to show you some of the research and findings that we've done and how ColiClenz is unlike any other product out there on the market. I'm going to start with doing a product demonstration so you can see how this product works once it's inside of your horse. We're going to come back later on in 15 minutes and see what's developed, and then again later at the end of our presentation. Now you're going to want to buy this product, and I'm going to show you why it's worth every penny. So let's get started. For our product demonstration, I'm going to show you what happens when ColiClenz Plus Pellets gets inside your horse's digestive tract. Now in this jar, I already have some sand and some dirt. To that, I'm going to add rocks, a piece of baling twine, plastic from a feed sack, a piece of bark or wood chips can also get caught in your horse, and a piece of leather. To all this debris, I'm going to add our ColiClenz Plus pellets. And I will add some water. Now I'm going to move this jar around to simulate the movement in the horse's digestive tract, and we will come back in about 15 minutes to see how this has progressed, and then again at the end of our presentation. You're really going to be amazed to see what happens to all this debris. Once again, my name is Charmaine Newkirk. I am the technical specialist for ColiClenz Plus. I'm available for customer service and product support anytime. Please give me a call or visit me online at coliclenz.com. I myself am a barrel racer. I have had the opportunity and privilege to train and compete on several different horses. The one in the lower right-hand corner we will be speaking more about a little later. This is Cactus. Barrel racing for me started at a young age. This is one of my first barrel horses, Buddy. I also taught riding lessons with him to the other kids in the neighborhood. 2 years after I got him, he became very sick with colic. Before we could get him loaded into the trailer to take him to the vet, he laid down and died right in front of the trailer. This was my first experience with colic, and it was a sad and scary event, knowing how quick colic could take a horse's life. My second experience with colic happened to a horse I pointed out earlier. This is Cactus. We got him as a 3-year-old, and I trained him on barrels. At the age of 15, he sand colicked. We were able to get him to the vet office in time to have them perform surgery, and I stood there as they rinsed out his intestines with a garden hose. They washed out 20 gallons of sand, but they were able to save his life. He had a very long recovery, but was able to go back to running barrels. And as you can imagine, he ran a lot faster. It was after this surgery I believed to find something I could do to keep my horses from having colic. It wasn't long before I was introduced to ColiClenz Plus. Cactus's surgery was in 2003. He is 23 years old now and is in great health, as you can see. He is on the recommended treatment of ColiClenz Plus every 10 weeks, so he stays healthy and lives a nice long life for us. And I know I will never have to see him again opened up on the operating table like he was the day that he colicked. Now I'm asking the question, what's in that horse of yours? I had no idea what was in my horse, and unless you're Superman with X-ray vision, you don't know what's in your horse either. There are 78 documented types of colic. Here we see a picture of what a colic caused by a roundworm infestation looks like. We reduce the risk of this type of colic by having our horses on a regular deworming program. Dental disease is another contributing factor to colic. The first stage of digestion is in the mouth, and if they are not able to chew their food properly, this can lead to problems further down the digestive tract. Take a look inside that horse's mouth and make sure you are taking care of the issues you can't see, just like you're taking care of the issues you can see. As you think about their mouths, remember horses will ingest other objects besides food, sand and rocks while they feed from the ground, or wood, leather, plastic and twine as they chew around out of boredom. The most common reason horses colic is because of an accumulation of undigested material that gets trapped in the digestive tract. Here we see all the debris we used in our product demonstration: sand, rocks, leather, baling twine, bark, and plastic from a feed sack. These may look harmless in small quantities, but they can develop into bigger problems over time. Now I have something very interesting to show you. What we have here is an introlith. This is what happens over time in the horse's digestive tract when minerals are deposited on undigested material. Dr. Appleton at Delta Equine in Benton, Louisiana is letting me borrow this specimen. And he said if you were to cut this in half, you would probably find a piece of baling twine in the middle. Now these introliths can get to be 26 pounds heavy and as big as a small soccer ball. Now tell me that wouldn't add some time to your barrel run. Besides introliths causing an uncomfortable weight for your horse to carry, they can also be the reason your horse could colic from a twisted gut. This picture shows the distension of the colon and the blood vessel damage that happens with this type of colic. A large amount of colon will have to be removed because of the damage. If your horse has extra weight in their gut, they may roll and their gut may flop over, and when they get up it may not be able to flop back. This puts a kink in the gut like a garden hose, and the material has nowhere to go, so it stretches the colon out, causing a lot of pain and ultimately death if not treated right away. This kind of colic can kill a horse very quickly. This is most likely how my horse Buddy died. You may not know the horse's GI tract is 72 feet long. This is a long area for debris and undigested material to get trapped in the folds and the twists along the way. This can cause a lot of problems and colic issues. If your horse should colic and you are able to react in time to get him to the vet or into surgery, it can be quite an expensive vet bill. In 2003, when Cactus had his colic surgery, this cost was $8,500. The surgery can cost anywhere between $6,500 and $10,000, and if there are any complications, you might even be paying more, and we also hope that they are able to save your horse. Knowing the signs of colic is very important so you can react quickly to get your horse the help that he needs. Some signs of colicking are pawing, stretching, frequent attempts to urinate, side watching where they will turn and look at their flank, possibly nipping at their stomach. You may see them pace. They may have a decreased appetite and a decreased fecal output. They may have some groaning sounds. You may see them roll or lie down and get up several times. If you think you're dealing with colic, another thing you want to check is their gut sounds. Put your ear up to their stomach. They should be regular and equal on both sides. Keep your horse up and walking. If you're dealing with colic, get a vet out there as quick as you can or load him up to get him to the horse clinic. There is no time to lose if you're dealing with colic. Another issue that can give our horses problems are ulcers. On the left is a picture of a normal stomach compared to the picture of an ulcerated stomach on the right. This can be a very painful issue for a horse, and if they are dealing with ulcers, they may not want to perform to the best of their ability. You may also see irritability, tenderness when pulling tight a cinch, and the lack of interest in eating. Most ulcers are found in our performance horses. This is because the way they are confined and fed, they're unable to graze during the day, and we feed them their whole ration in 1 or 2 feedings. A horse's stomach is designed to digest throughout the day, so those digestive juices are still being produced during the times when there is nothing to digest. Now those juices start aggravating the lining of the stomach and producing these painful ulcers. Colic is very frequent, affecting 1 in 10 horses. The studies that we have done have shown that 96% of horses that are in competition or performance suffer from ulcers because of the way they are confined and fed. If you've had to treat colic by having a vet come out and drench or oil your horse, that impaction or part of it has been removed, but the reason for the impaction has not. And your horse is very likely to colic again for the same causes within the next 3 months. So I've asked you the question, what's in that horse of yours? And we've taken a look at some of the issues that your horse is dealing with. And I wouldn't tell you all these problems without giving you a way to reduce the risk for these problems. So let's look at a solution. To put it simply, psyllium is the answer. Psyllium has been around for years. It is a 70% bulk forming fiber, and it has a few very desirable properties as we look for a way to help reduce colic and ulcers in our horses. It is 1, gelatinous, which means it forms a gel, and it is hygroscopic, which means it attracts water to it. As the psyllium absorbs water, it becomes sticky and it will pull to it the debris around it. Psyllium is also a little tricky. It is not very palatable to our horses so that they would want to eat it, and until now had not been studied as to the best dosage and amount to treat a horse. Other products out on the market that contain psyllium are not dosed according to a horse's digestive tract. They're dosed more according to a human's digestive tract. All these products are dosed 1 week out of each month in small amounts. This will not work for a horse because a horse has an adaptive gut. After about 7 months of being exposed to psyllium at this dose, a horse's digestive tract will develop an enzyme to break down the psyllium in the large intestines. The psyllium will pull the debris together till it gets to the colon, and once it is absorbed, it will drop all that debris right there in the hindgut and usually create the exact problem you were trying to resolve in the first place. Colic remains very prevalent and dangerous in this situation. Gail Swain is the founder of ColiClenz Plus. She has studied it over 14 years to find out the best and most effective way to feed our horses psyllium. She has developed a pellet that is desirable for our horses to eat, and it is dosed in a way that his digestive system will not adapt to it, but instead all the debris, toxins, bacteria, and organisms are eliminated from our horse's digestive system. Gail's study started in Australia, and she received an award for the most innovative natural product in 2001. She has since studied the effects of psyllium on other species, such as cows, pigs, sheep, cats, and dogs. ColiClenz Plus will work through the entire 72-foot digestive tract. As it passes along picking up the debris, it will give the digestive tract a nice clean scrubbing. This will increase feed efficiency and allow the gut to absorb nutrients from the hay and grain we are feeding. Overall, this will lower our feed bill because our horses will be able to get the same results while eating less and using less supplements. Feed efficiency will increase